What's going on YouTube? Welcome in, welcome in. I am LuboATM as always. Welcome to another Shrine of Secrets discussion. What I just first off start by saying big apologies for not doing a Shrine video last week. I very selfishly went away for a few days with my wife, so I didn't get a chance to record anything. I did a sort of live one on stream on Twitch, but there wasn't one on YouTube, so apologies for missing last week. But you'll get to make up from it based on the 5 year anniversary celebration where they're going to do a new shrine every day for 2 weeks starting in June. So you'll be sick to the sound of my voice when that all kicks in. So we'll jump right in with the shrine this week. Just before we get started, if I can just give a quick shout out and say thanks to everyone who supported the 5 year anniversary video. Really much appreciated, and if you guys can like and subscribe to the channel for all my video content on Dead by Daylight, that would be amazing. Thank you very much. Anyway, begging portion of the video done. Let's move on to the shrine. So, first perk on the shrine this week is a ghost face teachable called Furtive Chase, and insert fart noise here. This perk is just so bad. But let's talk about it. So, you become obsessed with one survivor, you lurk in the shadows, eliminating your victims one by one. When your obsession is hooked, Furtive Chase receives a token up to the maximum of X tokens. For each token, decreases your terror radius by X meters while in a chase. When survivors rescue the obsession from the hook, the rescuer becomes the obsession. You lose all tokens if the obsession is sacrificed. So basically, you hook people to get tokens, and that equates to you losing your terror radius when in chase. But if you're in chase, then they know where you are because you're chasing them. Maybe you can get some value by running off and breaking off chase and going to someone else nearby. I don't know. I've never found any particular beneficial use for this perk. I don't like it. I think it's pretty bad. From the Ghostface teachables, it is definitely the worst one. So yeah, I'm not a fan, guys. I'm really not a fan. So I'm just going to quickly move on to the next one. The next perk is a build teachable. It's left behind. It unlocks the potential in aura reading. If you're the last survivor in the trial, you can see the hatch within X amount of meter range. This one's a bit of a kind of in the middle one. I like this perk. I like it, but I never run it unless I'm doing a specific build where I'm trying to leave via the hatch. Like if I've got a tome challenge where I need to escape through the hatch or open the hatch with a key. So that's the only time I kind of use it, and I kind of pair it. I usually have it actually in when I run my plunderers build, because when the kind of the RNG for the loot was kind of messed up before they fixed it. You kind of got a key virtually every match when you were running plunderers, so it was good to have that, stash it somewhere on the map, get to the end game, killer closes the hatch, pick up your key, and then use this perk to go find the hatch. I think it's pretty good as well, especially on bigger maps if you're in a kind of hatch hunt with a killer. Because obviously with RNG in certain matches it can literally spawn anywhere, so you've got like nowhere to really kind of start looking. So it can give you a handout with that, and again, especially if you have a key, even if the killer closes it, you can then use this perk to go and find the hatch while they're patrolling doors. So it's a good perk. I don't often run it, but I think it's fun. I think you can get some use out of it anyway. It's a lot better than Furtive Chase. The next perk on the shrine is Myers Teachable, which is play with your food. You become obsessed with the survivor. Every time you chase a survivor and lose them, you gain a token. Each token gives you an X% increase in your movement speed. And then doing a basic or a special attack spends one token. So this is one that's like, especially if you've got like slower killers, maybe not those that are kind of particularly oppressive in chase, so maybe not like a Huntress or a Death Slinger, but you could use it on pretty much any of the slower killers, and it gives you a boost to your kind of base movement speed. It pairs really well with Nemesis, so if you get stunned with the perk Nemesis, you then generate a new obsession, so you can just constantly be rotating obsessions throughout the match. I think it's a really good system, especially if you're using that to increase your base movement speed. I think it's a really good option. I just think it's a really good perk overall. I think if you can get the value out of it, if you have to go out your way to get it and kind of take time to find and initiate chases and then lose those people, particularly on purpose just to get the movement speed, people will be doing objectives and you can lose them. But if you can pair it with something like a Nemesis perk, then you can basically just be recycling your obsession. and then just get constant value out of it, because basically every time you start a chase with someone, you've got a chance of someone dropping a pallet on you and getting the obsession and able to get stacks off them. I think it's a really good perk. I think pretty much all of Meyer's perks, other than maybe Dying Light, are really good. But yeah, I would certainly, again, it's better than Furtive Chase. So, and the final one on the perk is one of my favourite perks, actually, is Prove Thyself. I know people say it's really overrated, but I'm a really big fan of it. So, for every survivor working on a generator within a 4 meter range or X meter range, you gain a 15% repair speed bonus. The same bonus is also applied to all survivors within the range, and you get extra blood points for co-op actions. Survivors can only be affected by Prove Thyself one time, therefore it doesn't stack on itself. So I just really like this perk. I think if you're, like, I know that the optimum strategy is you split off and everyone does separate gens. But if you know that someone is, say you've only got a couple of gens left and someone's being chased by the killer, if you can get a couple of people to just greed a gen, then you've all got that 15% speed bonus when you're working through the gen, and it just flies by. I really like it. Obviously, it gets you extra blood points as well, which is a major positive. I'm a really big fan of it. I think it's really, really good. It doesn't need paired with anything. You can pair it with stuff, but it doesn't need paired with anything. It's probably the only perk on the shrine that doesn't need paired with some sort of add-on item, other perk. It's just a really good perk. Like, you do gens faster, you get more blood points. Not really much else you can say about that other than the fact that it's just good, just all round good. Yeah, so that's that, guys. It's an okay shrine this week. I wouldn't say it's anything mind-boggling or earth-shattering. Don't get Furtive Chase. Please don't get Furtive Chase. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. You'll never use it unless you're doing some weird build that's like, I'm going to run only perks that have hooks in the picture, or something, or I'm only going to run perks that work off totems, or not totems, sorry, tokens. Just don't get it. Just don't buy it. Just leave it. If I was going to recommend, again, as I always do, one survivor, one killer, my survivor one would be Prove Thyself. Killer one would obviously be Play With Your Food. I think all round, if you can only buy one, I would go Prove Thyself. Yeah, that's that. Again, another Shrine of Secrets video in the books. Thank you so much for everyone who's tuning in. I am LiboATM. I was going to talk about the plan from Dead by Daylight, around their new Shrine thing. I'm not fully 100% on how I'm going to do the Shrine videos, because obviously they're only going to have like a 1 day life cycle. Like, I'll put out a video probably around about this time every day, and people will only have X amount of hours before it refreshes, so I don't know if it's worth doing it for the 2 weeks. So I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work. My aim is that I want to try to do it, but I don't know how much benefit that will give you guys as viewers when it comes to you wanting to buy perks that are on the shrine. I don't really know. Anyway, guys, we'll see when that comes. I'll keep it updated on my Twitter. Links are in my about me on my YouTube. Anyway, thank you so much for joining in. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Please share the video around. It helps me as a new content creator to help me with algorithms and directories and things like that. As always, I stream a couple of times on Twitch as well throughout the week. That's twitch.tv/LiboATM. My schedule is on my channel, so go check that out. Please come and talk to me about anything Dead by Daylight related. And until I see you next time, guys, peace.